Yes, that exciting moment has come. Moment we have been waiting for. We expect every camper to present to us a project that they would like to see accomplished. That is going to bring a plus to any domain of the society. I will not say much because I don't want to maybe twat things. So I'll start by reminding us of the objectives of Bara Akimbo welfare. We have it on our roll-up. The first objective is to add positivity to the public, their positive mindset and sporting activities. The second objective, to help the underprivileged, the orphan children, women, families without resources, in job training and small business development. The third objective is to encourage the education of the woman, the girl child, and the vulnerable through counseling and resource support. And the last objective of Bara Akimbo welfare is to impact knowledge about the principles required for the conservation and utilization of natural resources. So if you look at this objective, you see that it englobes a lot of spheres, and that's what we're expecting from all our campers tonight. So we just want you to be very objective. We also want you to be very creative and dynamic. And tonight we're not going to go deep into our exposés. We just want you to present an idea. And I will give every camper 3 minutes for their presentation. So after I want you to come and hold the today, for online viewers and us all here, all of you are jury. Take pen and paper, you're going to judge your colleague. We are the 4 main members of the jury. We have 6 other members of the jury. You will judge your colleague. The objective is a competition, but be objective. 1, you take the name of the person. 2, you appreciate their creativity. 3, you look at how they did their presentation. 4, you judge their audacity in their presentation. 5, you judge their physical domain, their physical appearance. Anyway, first candidate tonight.
Good evening, ladies.
Please tell your
gentlemen. Good evening, Board of Judges. I'm called Ngole Miriam Imade. I'm from the Southwest region. I'm a Bakosian. I'm a student of the University of Boya, and I'm here under Bara Akimbo welfare as representing Boya, and I'm here as a camper, a volunteer, and let me just say a trainee, because I'm training myself to become somebody tomorrow under the Bara Akimbo welfare. So I'm here to present my project proposal, and I will plead on others to hear me out and what I have to sell, and if it makes any sense. My project topic is about empowering 50 single mothers on large-scale farming in a bid to help them gain financial independence. By empowering them, we know that most women now are single mothers. They strive to be somebody. It's not all about selling by the roadside. So not everybody is good at doing petty business by the roadside. Everybody has his or her own domain that they are good at. So I'm bringing up this idea of doing a large-scale farming, such as corn, which is in our local language, maize in English, beans, tomatoes, anything they can cultivate, which is like a short-term harvest. As a single mother, if you have a small place that you can cultivate maize and beans, be rest assured that those are short-term businesses or short-term investment that will give you what you want. It's not every day that you have somebody to help you out. So why not help yourself as a single mother? We have so many unused plots around. We have so many bushes that they can cultivate, that they can plant, and at the end harvest to make that business. You might give them money. Not everybody will go into business and have what they want. At the end of the day, they will lose that money. So why not rent a place and tell them, okay, cultivate here. By so doing, when they cultivate, if you harvest a bag of maize, when removed from the stick, a bag of maize is 25,000. A bag of beans is 30,000. If they have a place that they can cultivate, at the end of the day, you harvest 5, 6, or let's say 8 bags of maize and maybe 5 bags of beans. That's a lot of money to help you and help you take care of yourself, and why not your family and even extended families. So I'm putting out my project of large-scale farming just to empower 50 single mothers, because I believe that the ones who really, for my own project, I believe that the ones who need help to bring up their own families, to bring up their own children, and maybe provide the needs that they want. You give somebody, it's not every day that you provide them the money that they want. Or even if you provide the money, you say, okay, I've given you 40,000. At the end of the day, they use that 40,000. Maybe the business crumbles. That's just it. They wouldn't have something else to fall back to. But on a large, if they maybe have a large-scale farming, which is like planting maize, tomatoes, beans, yams, which are short-term harvest crops, they will have something to fall back on. They say, as an Englishman says, the ground never disappoints. Do how, they will have something to fall back to. So that's my project proposal.
Thank you very much, Miriam Emade, who represents tonight our online community from Boya. I hope that you valuably represent them and that you come out as the winner for the next round. Our next presenter, please.
Good evening to everyone. I am Magri Maduna, representing Yaoundé. My presentation is about climate change. I choose climate change. Why? Because for the past years and this year, we have experienced a lot of climate change. For example, in Cameroon, normally we have the rainy season from May to November and the dry season from December to April or May. But now, with time, we see the seasons changing. Like, for example, this year, we had rains. The rains came later and ended around, even up till now, it's still raining. Meanwhile, we're in the dry season. So all this is climate change, and it's caused by what? We have human activities. Due to overpopulation, humans have been cutting down trees, that's deforestation, so that they can build somewhere to stay. We have the use of fossils. They cut down the trees to use it to cook, to make furniture, thereby destroying the environment. Since we have greenhouse gases, the greenhouse gases help us to trap the gases in the atmosphere so that we will have a normal temperature. If it's too hot, it's due to global warming caused by the greenhouse gases. For example, water vapor, carbon dioxide, nitrous oxides, chlorofluorocarbons, which come from where? Carbon dioxide comes from exhaust pipes, because man, especially in Cameroon, we have the tendency of importing old cars. And when we import old cars, the exhaust pipes, they begin to fume and they're polluting the air. We use chemicals from industries, those that manufacture soap, air conditioners. They send out chemicals which pollute the air. In order to remedy this situation, what I think can be done is that I can educate the population on the effects of sending out, on the effects of global warming and climate change. We can plant trees, that's afforestation. If we cut one, you can plant maybe 2 or 3, so that carbon dioxide will be taken in by plants and sent out oxygen, which is needed for us to breathe. Also, another proposal, we reduce maybe the importation of cars. We can import new cars instead of importing the old cars, so as to reduce the things coming out from the exhaust pipes, like the carbon monoxide, which pollutes the air. Again, instead of using cars, we can go along with bicycles, which will not use any, with the bicycle we don't use fuel and it does not fuel. Also, we plant a lot of trees, as I earlier said, and we reduce the use of chemicals. We reduce the use of chemicals and we recycle the plastics that we use. The plastics should be recycled. So that's what I think can be done to remedy the situation of climate change, so that the greenhouse gases should be balanced and the temperatures.
Yaoundé, represented by Magui Madonna. Thank you for your awesome presentation. And we are going to move quickly to the next candidate, next camper. You have the floor.
Good evening to all.
Good evening.
I am Worldremit. I'm representing Mamena. I am a caterer, so I would like to present something in that domain. What I would like to present is how to train women in this field so that they can empower themselves. Women like the less privileged, single mothers like myself, and orphans. In this field, the catering business is a very lucrative business. And when you have all your equipment, you can better run the business. But with the lack of equipment, the business cannot move on. But I think I have the means to try to help some people. Yes. I can train some few single mothers and orphans in this line of business. And when I train them, they can go and open restaurants. You can cook for somebody, cook in somebody's house. You can do fast food and present to an office. You do like fruit juice and you present somewhere. That one will help you to empower your own self. You will not be dependent again. So that's the bit I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Doreen Yunewo, our able camper representing Bamenda, for that awesome presentation and selling of a new idea. We move over to our next camper, please. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My name is Choma Sonita. I'm representing Boulevard. I am going to be, my project is mostly based on transformation, mostly transformation of agricultural products. Why? Because this Africa, we do have a lot of agricultural products we produce. Let's take, for instance, we are here in the West region. We produce a lot of fruits, we produce a lot of tomatoes, we produce a lot of different things. But what do we have? One thing we lack is transformation in these products. Why? We need to add value to these products in order to stand up. So imagine one tomato in the market is maybe 100 francs. When transformed to ketchup or sachet tomato, you see that the quantity of tomato that is being sold, it's at the transformation cost is at a higher price than that of the original tomato. So my project is based on this. Why? Because I want Africa, like other countries, to be seen, like other continents, to be seen. They say trade is something that boosts up the country's economy. So I want Africa to be seen at that step, that is going to step up trade. Our trade is going to step up that place. But with this, we have not natural resources. But what can we do to add value to these natural resources we have? Imagine cocoa. We have cocoa everywhere in Cameroon. We sell maybe 1 kilo of cocoa at 1,200. When it's transformed, we buy that sachet for 1,000 francs. And maybe just 3 or 2 are inside. So if we make a factory whereby we produce we transform, we buy from other people, we transform it and make it to a way that we have to sell to the population. And then more to that, we have an objective. I have an objective of training people, not only women, not only women or single mothers, but training young men too, because this is a trade that needs a lot of hard work. It needs a lot of human resources in order to bring up what I have. So I'm planning on having a small formation center whereby I can train people on how to transform these local products we have to have a value added something behind it, rather than selling it at a low price and mostly selling it, exporting it at a very low cost. And I will plead with this. I already started this business. I think I have a small natural juice business. It's called Sonnet Natural Juice, Natural Fruit Juice. But in the future, like from now to 5 years, I'm seeing myself from transforming that name to Sonnet Natural Fruit Juice to Sonnet Formation Center for transformation. So I pray that from here, if I can get support in order to realize that dream, I'll be very happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonita. Next camper, please.
Good evening, dear members of the jury. Good evening, dear co-campers. On the education and empowerment of the underprivileged. I'm Go Priscilla Jabe representing Yaoundé. Why the education and empowerment of the underprivileged? The context is looking at Cameroon today with the crisis in the north of Cameroon, Central Africa that is affecting the east, then the crisis in the northwest and southwest region. We have so many children who are unable to go to school because some of their parents are dead, some because the parents have lost their job, they don't have the money to educate them again. And the children, they have become hawkers in streets, some are doing house help in towns. So my dream is to see that these children go to school to a certain level. And empowerment here comes at the level of those who have gone beyond the age of school, that they should be able to be trained. I have friends who are tailors, who are hairdressers. Together with them, they can see how to reduce the training prices for these people so that they can be trained to have something to empower themselves, to have something that they can take care of themselves, of their families, and of their extended families and friends. This will help the country to reduce unemployment because the government will never employ everybody. But if they are trained and they have something to do, it will help them to educate their children. They will not complain about the government not being able to give them something. And why am I going in for training? Because if I give somebody money, the person will consume the money and tomorrow the person will still come back crying again. But if I train somebody, I am sure that that person will be able to help himself and help another person. That is why I choose to go in for education, training and empowerment of the underprivileged persons. This is a dream I have. The means is not there, but I believe that with time I will find ways and the means to help people, to help to reduce unemployment in Cameroon and to reduce illiteracy in Cameroon. That is the dream, that is the Cameroon I want to see for tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Priscilla, representing Yaoundé. And we appreciate your awesome presentation. Our next camper, please, you have the floor.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm Malcolm Mavis Anye, presenting from the Northwest Province. And I'm happy to be here. Okay, my own project is I want to go into some sort of a vocational training under this aspect of nail art. Though that's not actually what I studied in school, but I came to realize that most girls, they like flashy things. They like to enroll in places where it brings attraction. They like how can I put it? They like things that will give them quick money. So since I'm already under this nail stuff, I discovered that the capital is less. But now what is stopping me is I don't have that capital to bring up a shop where I can train most of these girls. Every day you see when they come, you do their nails, they will go and they will like, I would like to do what you are doing, but how are they going to do it? I don't have the means to train them because most of them come empty-handed. So I would like to like set up a small shop where I can train some of these girls, and then with it, maybe when I'm sending them out into the streets to go and hustle for themselves, I can help them with at least a packet of meal, a machine, some few contacts to start up. Thank you.
Move to our last camper for tonight for your presentation. Thank you very much. Mavis representing Bamenda.
Madam President, fellow top campers, good evening to you all. I am Nanji Adeshbegi representing Bafusan. My idea of today is on entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship? It is a process of organizing and developing skills that can generate income. In a world today where most of our youth are more focused on sex, drugs, alcohol, with a campaign or let's say a training on entrepreneurship, it will help develop them. Okay, how do we go about it? Since most of our youth today, I would say some of them are lazy, some of them are not exposed, some of them are not opportune to, to attend seminars. So my target is social media. So the best thing to do is create a platform, a resourceful platform to, impact the youth on the advantages of being entrepreneurs. Going to school is important, yes. Having those certificates is important. But being an entrepreneur, to be able to fetch your own money is very, very important. Okay, while creating a platform, you tell them the advantages of being an entrepreneur, how it will help, and some of the things it will help profit for them. Okay, how will I do that? By organizing live shows on Facebook, because most youth nowadays, they use social media. So I believe that is the best way to target them. Organize live shows where you give educative explanations on entrepreneurs. You empower some of them if you have the means. Like, for example, if I have the means now, I'll empower a few of them so they will do something. You can do something, you can do it. You can do hairdressing, you can do, catering. It all depends on you. The most important thing is you have something doing that will help, reduce all those sex, drugs, alcohol. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Regina representing Pakistan. Someone wants to be the host for this year. Maybe next year, the next host will be another region or another town. Thank you all to all our presenters and all our campers. It was an awesome job tonight. I know that it's not easy. I'm sure some of you it's your first time talking to an audience that is looking at you like this in the eyes and staring at you, and that you also know at the back of your mind that this thing will go online. What I will do now, it can be very tempting and very intimidating as well. How did you appreciate our campus tonight?
Good evening, Mr.
Good evening, everyone.
I appreciate when you see your outfits. You guys look good. The presentation was not too bad. Not too bad. That's what I have.
Thank you very much. My far right. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much. To be honest, the ideas were amazing. Even though some ideas were a bit scattered all over the place, all in all, I think they were good. All right. Thank you. Yes, honorable member of the board.
Thank you very much for your various presentations. Well, the presentations were good. Physically, your physical appearance were very good, but I was expecting to hear something very, very new. But I kept hearing what I've always either read or heard. I didn't hear anything very new. I heard one thing new somehow from one person, but the rest, there was really nothing new I heard. So that's it.
Thank you very much. And I want to appreciate all of you tonight. This is the first night, and unfortunately, or fortunately, please, Michael, put the light on us. We thought as much. I want to say that we really appreciate your awesome performance tonight. And we were looking at so many things within these presentations. We're looking at creativity. We're looking at how you articulated your ideas. We're looking at the audacity. Audacity is just a mastery of your subject matter. We're looking at the physical appearance. We're looking at the domain, like she said.
Is it a new idea? Is it an old idea? Is it the same thing, or is it a copy work? Because sometimes people are tempted to do copy work. I'm afraid that we're not able to produce the results tonight, but we'll collect your results tonight. I want to say it out, the winners for the next stage, because how many people are going to the next stage? 5. So we are dropping 2 candidates after this first round. 5 will move to the next round, and then we end up with the last 3. So it means that tomorrow, the people, everybody just prepare. You don't know who's going to be called up. So we are dropping 2, and then the next day, tomorrow we take the next one, and then the last day, Wednesday, we conclude.